approach this on a personal level, let me know. And I'll leave.
Okay. You all adjourn to your chosen bunk chambers and bed down for the night. Unless there's no other business to tend to.
Silver wire around the room, across the window.
I assume it just wants to.
I'm just gonna take some ribbon and tie it across the doorway in case somebody opens it and
Good call.
they can trip over the bottom.
There you go.
Should we put? Do you have like does Sprinkle have like a bell or something, or your thing, your little animal? Does it have like a?
No, but I can have one in my bells. I'm going to take a bell off of my.
Should we connect the bell to the ribbon in case?
Oh, you didn't want Sprinkle to have it on him. You want.
Well, no, in case someone. If we can hear it.
Okay. I'll tie the little bell onto the ribbon so that if anybody opens the door, it makes a jingle.
There you go. Before we go to sleep.
No, go ahead if you like.
No, we're not.
Before we go to sleep, I just want to, as we're setting up, because I'm going to probably sleep on the floor because I like that. Did really well today.
Thank you.
Tomorrow's going to be hard.
What do you mean?
Well, I feel like you're going to be tempted into some old bad habits. And you've been doing really, really well, and I feel like we're going to be tested with our convictions and our truth. And I know we're going to have to lie, and I know we're going to have to be complicated in what truths we reveal, and I know that it's all in the end going to be to try and build a peace, but I just want to make sure that you remember where you are and how you became this person and what it's worth.
Thank you for saying that. Is it important to the Wild Mother to be honest at all times?
I don't know. I would say, well, how do you feel that nature is honest, or do you feel that nature can lie? And does nature lie?
I think it can certainly be deceiving. Natural camouflage and colors and poisons and deterrents and all sorts of things. But it's also unyielding. It doesn't change for anyone.
I never really thought of it that way. No, I've been waiting on this. I'm gonna reach into my pocket and I'm gonna pull out this beautiful, ornate seal of the Wild Mother that's done up in where normally there's the wheat chaff. There's this seaweed ring that's been made out of copper. That's gone blue and green to look like with an iron spike through it, like an anchored spike, and then a blue in the center is like a blue waved crystal that kind of gleams. And I mean, it's nice of you to ask me every now and then, but I don't really know if you need to that often anymore. You seem to have a handle on things.
Where did this even come from?
It was made at the Forge. I've been waiting for the right moment.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're on your way. You're already well on the path, and I think that the more that you look to yourself for some of these answers, and I'm always happy to hear them, I think you'll be fine with they're in there.
Thank you for helping me. I'm really, really glad that our paths crossed.
To divine intervention.
To divine intervention.
All right.
I've got to find a dope-ass place for this thing. I weigh it carefully, shoulder, chest.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's been fun. That's just the Forge.
Thank you for letting me do that.
Of course, man. very day. Sleep comes to you, Josh. The gentle sound of the rainfall against the window of the chamber kind of lulls you into a familiar slumber. And that place that had been your escape from your all too familiar imprisonment these past months comes to you once more. In this dream, you're pushing through a dark, tight ravine surrounded by craggy rocks that are slick with rainfall. Your boots slip and sink into mud and rock, and you reach out and grab and pull yourself along, your muscles aching. You can hear behind you in the distance the rolling of thunder, flash of light above, and then echoing through the cavern above you, your ears ringing from the impact. Again, you push forward, up over an edge, breathing heavy, looking up. The rain spills against your face, causing you to wince over your eyes, and so ahead of you, all you see are clouds. It's too dark to make out. The path, it seems, is blocked by fog and darkness, but you push on through the pain. You continue to climb in distress, not knowing where it leads, but all you know is you have to climb, and you pull, and you stumble, and you fall back, and you hit the rock, and you feel the pain, the sharp, jabbing pain of one of the large spiked boulders in the side of this ravine sticking in you, and you pick yourself back up, and you keep pushing, and eventually the rhythmic steps of your feet begin to match the beat of your heart. The rain begins to go from an intense typhoon to a gentle drizzle. The fog begins to pull away. The pain begins to subside, and the strength begins to return to you. And as you watch the path begin to recede in its incline, you finally see yourself crest the top of this mountain. And as you step to the edge of this cliff, you can see the storm ahead of you. Not a terrible torrent, but a welcoming rain. And it looks to be the light of a coming sunrise just cresting over the horizon. You look down to the sides of your arms at your wet hand, and you can see the shackles, the metal, and there dangling from them are the broken chains that you failed to break once before. You look back up, and in the sky you can see the roiling clouds themselves, the glowing electric eyes of the entity that found you on the ship all those weeks before. No words, but a sense of pride and welcoming. And you sleep the best sleep you've had in a very, very long time. You all wake up in the morning.
Long rest.
Sore as fuck, but comfortably enjoying your morning. You're in this very, very nice establishment.
While Joshua was sleeping, I wrote up some sexy pages of writing, and I put them in the back of the book that she's learning from, just so she has some good.
There you go. All righty.
Describe them, please.
In vivid detail.
Writing that in the back of this.
I love the idea that there's a very select number of these arcane tomes that are all relics of the Age of Arcanum that are one of the few artifacts that can physically alter a person's physiology and mental prowess permanently. It is a forgotten art form, and over time there's just going to be many versions of them defaced permanently with perverse sketches and passages. I love it.
Kama Sutra connections.
It's like all the old, monk tomes with all the perverse shit in the margins.
Yeah.
I just grew bored of copying.
Trumpets in the asshole.
Yep.
They had things with putting trumpets in their butts.
Yeah,
I don't
farts
know
are funny.
why.
Even back in the
Why?
horrible Middle Ages, farts were still
our
fun.
eternal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's human nature.
Yeah.
So you guys gather yourselves, head downstairs to be greeted by the smell of morning meal that is prepared. As you one by one begin to step down into the main chamber, you can see there is a figure sitting in a chair facing towards the stairway by the front door. It looks to be a man, human in his late 20s, long, kind of shoulder-length black hair that's tucked behind his ears, a mustache that's kind of thin. Kind of as soon as he sees you, he gets up and then leaves.
Oh.
Should we trail it?
Did he make eye contact with us at all, or he just saw us?
He
and
saw
left?
us.
He saw you. Stood up. Not like in a rush, but like stood up.
He's probably just reporting that we're up and about.
I want to just not like follow him, but like peek out the door after a moment and see which direction he went.
Okay. He went into the northeastern direction. You guys are kind of on the southwest area of the Shimmer Ward. He's heading to the northeast.
This
Kind
is
of
the mud top
That's
ward?
towards the center.
This is the Shimmer Ward.
Towards
Yeah,
the
I know.
center of
Yeah,
the
so
city.
north
Toward,
is.
in the direction of like where the castle terrace is.
Yeah, I think he said we're here, and that's north.
Oh, there's a fucking map.
Where'd it go?
That's a
But you
sending
got-
message.
Okay. To who?
Hey, Dick.
Go back here.
Get your mullet back, you asshole.
Were we supposed to go to a specific place to meet this gentleman, or
You don't know.
they're coming to us? Well,
You have breakfast. The meals are not included. But in a similar route, it is 5 silver pieces per person for breakfast, which is expensive, but not unheard of.
5 silver for breakfast.
Yeah, so all of you guys, it's about 3.5 gold. Go for it.
we're gonna go halvesies. No one's gonna
step
no
up.
one's gonna take care of good old Nod over here.
I'll get breakfast.
Thank you.
You got it.
As you guys finish your meal, and probably Beauregard, anybody else who's kind of keeping an eye on the vicinity, you can hear the heavy footfalls of a figure enter the central chamber of the cottage, which is on the other room, the entrance room. You guys are currently in the tavern chamber, which is separated by a wall, other than an open kind of archway door. You see the shadow kind of come in from the entryway, and a voice go. And you go ahead and you have to like get up and go over to look through. But as you step and peek around the open archway, you can see there standing Martinet Ludinus de Leth. He's dressed in. He's wearing his walking robe over, or his walking cloak over the rest of his clothes. It's like sleek, dark black, kind of cape lid with a long cloak behind it. And he has a cane. And just kind of there, looks over, and you hide, and his eyes immediately look over and find you. Whenever you're ready.
Oh, hey, man. What's up? We're just finishing breakfast. You want any, like,
I've already eaten.
here?
I appreciate it. But
Okay.
whenever you're ready, follow me, and we will begin the discussion.
All right, we're paying our bill. Give us like 5 minutes.
And he goes and sits down in the chair where the previous individual was sitting. All right. You guys finish your meal?
Yeah.
Did you want to come sit at the table with us? Well,
He's actually sitting in the main entryway of the cottage.
oh.
So
Did you want to sit? Did you want to come sit over?
I'm all right. Herbal tea to go or anything?
I'm fine, thank you.
I tried.
You said your spells, by the way.
Let's take some bacon for the road.
All right, talking bacon, good man. Alrighty. As you guys enter the next chamber, he stands. Very well. Now, please follow. We will go to a place where we can have a conversation without prying ears or eyes. And he turns, walks out into the fine cobblestone of the Shimmer Ward.
No guards.
No guards.
Bold. That's funny.
You guys follow and carry through the Shimmer Ward towards the castle. And you're like, oh, when we get the castle, begin to hear the town criers have now begun to come to their daily travel and expression of the news as it is meant to be disseminated amongst the populace. You hear a female voice, young and very loud, crying out, "Dynasty incursion repelled by Imperial forces! King Dwendal claims his victory over failed attack on the capital!" You guys continue walking a bit further, and another bit of information creeps out saying, "Freak lightning storm accident damages the Chantry Cathedral. Repairs are underway."
not accurate.
You pass the castle terrace entrance. You bypass the gates on the southern side of it and head along the eastern side of the terrace outer wall. Until eventually you are northeast of the castle terrace and you approach the dizzying sight of the candles. 8 scattered, ununiform, and in some cases almost gravity-defying towers that dominate the sky above within this proximity. Some are crooked and holding at impossible angles, while others seem to focus on sleek design and imposing height. You are led by Ludinus to a silver spire that sits taller than the rest, a monolith of shimmering stone with numerous balconies and external staircases that emerge and climb, then vanish into closed doors. The peak itself holds no roof. From what you can tell, however, it ends in a platform that is framed by 4 angled obelisks that almost meet in the center. You see no main door on the bottom floor, but as you approach the base and Ludinus walks towards the front, a light that emits off of him seems to reflect off of the stone itself, and it gets extremely bright for a second where you kind of like wince and squint your eyes and you instinctually blink. And as soon as your eyes close and reopen, there is a door where previously there wasn't one. As Ludinus approaches, he puts his hand up and just opens the inside of a dark interior.
That was so cool.
All right.
We're supposed to be in a negotiating position. Hard.
Yeah, but I mean, that was a really cool spell.
Okay, don't tell him.
You guys follow suit.
Yeah, lead the way.
Okay. You step into the dark interior where you see a number of leather chairs.
Anybody like any neighbors? Any neighbors watching this happen?
Make a perception check.
Sorry, not to interrupt. Fucking. Just straight perception. 7.
That dilates to
8.
It's early enough where there are like a handful of people walking in the streets going about their own business. In the Shimmer Ward, there isn't a lot of, it's too early for folks to be just out on a stroll necessarily, but you see people that are like, carrying small carts or satchels, probably just doing small deliveries of goods throughout the ward itself. No one seems to be paying much attention from what you can tell. So you enter the inside, and you can see there's a set of leather chairs that are arranged in a circle within a spacious den of some kind. The air immediately touches you as the smell of a combination of incense and vanilla. It's very pleasant. You look behind you from where you entered, and you see beyond the door, not the rest of the cobblestone in the street where you had stepped in, but instead a balcony nearly 100 feet off the ground, overlooking the entirety of the ward and much of the city of Rexentrum. It is a gorgeous view in this little portal that you have that you can only imagine few have been able to really enjoy, or maybe will ever see from within this tower. Ludinus turns around as you all enter. Please, have a seat.
I'm going to try to not look impressed.
I'm looking so impressed.
Make a deception.
Deception check. Yes, minus 2, 9.
9. All right.
And we see the school from this viewpoint.
From this viewpoint, not unless you stand out on the balcony. This entryway is actually facing more the terrace and kind of the western side. I'm sorry, the eastern side of the terrace, so you would not be able to see the school from here.
Okay.
You all take your seats.
As we do, I'll just quickly give Caleb a little squeeze on his hand, just in a nod.
Okay. You see he casts a mage hand. You're familiar with this quick maneuver, and you watch as a small kind of in-table kind of scoots in the middle of the chairs. And
that one wasn't as impressive.
as you're all sitting down, a small tea set lifts over and sets onto it. It begins to heat up before you, and then begins to pour each of you a really nice tea. It's like a sweet citrus taste to it.
This is pretty good, gotta admit.
All right. So, welcome, Mighty Knight.
This is not.
Shut up.
So, to get you up to speed with the information as I currently have it, Vance, my previous assistant, has not yet been recovered, but leads are promising.
and our operatives expect to close on him within the day.
He's naked. What? I thought you said your operatives plan to find clothes on him?
To close in on him. Close in on him.
Oh.
He is intended to be part of this negotiation frame. If he is indeed, as it seems to be, the individual responsible for this, at least partially responsible for this cult, as you say, then I think the dynasty may be of interest as to his fate as well. Also, the relic of the Kryn has been confirmed, recovered, and is being readied for transport under heavy guard whenever, if that is arranged. Now, I'm sure you have many questions, and we can continue a discussion as we go from here, but I'm curious to hear your
could you tell us where your man has been tracked to, or where they think he's gone? What area of the world?
Well, he was not so ill-informed as to attempt any sort of teleportation. We think he's traveling on foot, which is in some ways more challenging to find based on some of the wards we had placed on our members. Individuals of such import are generally marked in a way where we can keep tabs.
It sounds like you're prepared to hand him over.
Well,
Do you not have questions of your own?
oh, we will definitely make our interrogation practices before we hand anyone over, but we are prepared, should it be requested, as part of this negotiation, to perhaps use him as part of the bargaining.
Are you prepared for the notion that he might just be a small part of a larger corruption?
Oh, we're not stopping with just him. I mean, we understand that this cult itself exists far beyond just him, this individual of which you had done battle with beneath the chantry. These investigations have been now opened quite heavily and are being handled by both the Organ Trust and members of our assembly.
Would you be interested in a possible collaboration with the other side of this war if it meant rooting out those people within their society as well, since they seem to be communicating?
If you think you can find a common ground there that they would agree to, I'm not against it. It would have to be a very carefully outlined alliance. And I am uncertain they would be willing, but...
What is the Empire and the Assembly's current position on the dynasty and the war?
Well, we have little interest in winning a war with them. The spoils of such a conflict are a wasteland of calamity-scarred marshes and deadly beasts, primarily. If anything, the people of the dynasty themselves existed as a delightful buffer to the Empire from such terrible things and useless landscapes.
And you personally, would you like to see this conflict come to a close?
It is very messy. Many lives are lost. It is a distraction from much more important matters, and being able to maintain the peace and prosperity of our own people. It is very challenging to do good and to rightfully guide a society when it's constantly living in fear or driven towards anger.
May I ask, have you seen this beacon yourself?
I have been given confirmation of its retrieval and was planning to see it myself.
And who gave you confirmation of its retrieval?
Master Rickathon.
Would the idea be that we bring it with us to forge a peace, or this is something that's delivered after?
This would be something discussed as part of the negotiation. We could have it at the ready should its procurement be required as part of this, as I assume it would need to be, but for the first stage in which you yourselves would be handling the status of setting this negotiation, I do not think it should.
Well, I'm sure you can appreciate the convenience of sort of the offer of giving up the one thing that the dynasty has been so anxious to get their hands on. It would aid this negotiation if we were able to confirm that the beacon, in fact, exists and that the Empire has it. I'm sure you can appreciate the questions that we receive as to the validity of its actual ownership.
Would you wish to accompany me in confirming it?
I think it would benefit us greatly if we could say that we had seen it with our own eyes.
Done.
All of us get to go see it?
As many of you as would wish
that would
who are
be
currently present.
Okay, good.
Where's it being held currently?
I have not confirmed that yet with Master Ikathon, but that will be the next order of business.
Has Master Ikathon told you where it was found?
No. I won't pry too much. It has only been of recent import.
Giving that up seems very generous on the part of the Empire. What in exchange exactly would you be hoping to get back besides assurances?
This is part of the continued conversation to have with you. This war is not because of this relic. There are many things that led to this conflict. I mean, there are many reasons why we have a hard time striking any sort of peace with the dynasty as long as we've been beside each other. I mean, open political unity is challenging because of their religion. The Empire does not recognize this Luxon entity in the fervor in which they practice this promised escape from the cycle of death. Through a dubious, silent entity, it is both a cause for alarm and cautiousness. The king, along with the assembly, believe that they are welcome to practice whatever faith they wish, so long as it remains beyond our borders and does not affect the lives of our people. But there's been a history of skirmishes with the dynasty that stretches over 30 years at this point. It has been escalating in that time period. There have been misrepresented information-gathering troops that were captured and tortured by the Kryn that was merely gathering intel to help maintain the security and safety of our people. There have been small encounters between soldiers on both sides growing into conflict and localized incidents. There was a discovered sect of Kryn missionaries found hiding within Nogvarot over a decade ago that led to a skirmish where many lives were lost on both sides. And this drastically began to raise tensions between both the Empire and the dynasty. And there have been a higher rate of Jorhassian creatures wandering into our land, which gives reason to believe that there may be intent in pushing them in our direction. There are growing suspicions that the dynasty covets our comparably resource plentiful lands over their rather desolate landscapes, let alone a general mistrust here within the Empire of Godwinkin. My apologies. Due to the smattering of violent clans and that still claim areas of the Merrow Valley and the surrounding mountain ranges, the history of such strife is hard to erase. Regardless of how disciplined and benevolent the waste folk of Jorhas can sometimes appear to be. So, this culmination of the tension only merely erupted when this relic went missing.
And what do you think led to this relic going missing in the first place?
Honestly, I'm thinking it might have a very direct correlation as to these individuals that you've been recently touting your aggressions against. This Angel of Irons, or Thariz Doom followers, if you will.
You think so?
That's one possibility.
Because we have found absolutely no cooperation or evidence between those two.
Well, what are you thinking of?
I think that there are individuals on this side that might have more interest in what the Luxon has to offer and its heebie-jeebie life-extending magic than maybe you anticipated.
That's very possible. But regardless of whatever reasons it may have found its way here, we are willing and eager to return it to them if it means bringing this conflict and bloodshed?
This artifact came into your possession recently.
Yes.
Yes. But you've learned a great deal about them, it sounds like. There's been no previous encounters with the dynasty's knowledge?
In what way?
This is the first time you've encountered this thing you're describing that Ikathon has told you about.
This beacon. Well, we've heard of them. They carry them like religious symbols into battle.
And this is the first?
This is the first that we've encountered, yes.
Have you ever spent any time in
Yeah,
Joe House?
Inside motherfucking check on
Yeah,
this.
say
Make
that
an
shit.
inside check.
Thank
Go for it.
you. I almost want to like give myself a spell
Didn't
for
we
this.
see?
That's 22.
22. Okay.
We saw him at
Yeah.
in Zadat.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
The location of
Yeah,
one of these things.
exactly.
Yes.
He fucking knows.
When we
They've had
found-
other ones. He's lying.
Hey, DM.
This whisper, brought to you by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. Just saying.
You're
That's what
talking
it
about
says right there.
when the tower was attacked in Zadash.
Yeah.
Your love.
Oh, for insight? 28.
28.
Repeated whisper. To remind you that the game's also available on PC and Mac and Steam.
Idle Champions?
Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, which I think you can abbreviate as ICOTFR. That's how I say it.
Now with Arconic Roulette.
That's right. And the Vecna Skin and Feet Pack.
Ludinus, this may be quite forward of us. I'm sure you can appreciate the danger of us sort of traversing lines and putting ourselves as the middleman of all this, which we are excited to do.
Oh, and I do have my questions on that as well, but continue.
For sure.
Are you about to lay down the 10 demands right now?
No, I was going to say, do we want to have this conversation now, or do we want to find out what your questions are before we?
Let Ford say what he's going to say.
No, please.
I mean,
We've been doing enough of the talking. We should really open it up to more of a discussion, please.
Well, I was going to inquire as to how integrated you are with the Bright Queen, personally. From what we heard and was discussed within the chambers of the king, you seem to have traveled to Jorhas and made some sort of arrangement, or at least ingratiated yourselves in some way that she trusted the invoking of your name enough to withdraw her troops from a direct attack on the capital. That is quite an arrangement.
I think perhaps she saw a chance through me to, small as it is, to make amends. I'm not aware if you know this already, although I suspect you do. I was once one of Master Ikathon's students.
I was not aware.
Inside check.
Make an insight check.
We're lying.
All these
No way.
are so trustworthy.
Fuck. Why? Oh, it's not good. 11.
He's hard to read, like a stone wall.
I believe he would see me as a bit of a failed experiment. I left his tutelage years ago.
Well, you seem to have done well for yourself since then. Trent can be a prickly individual, and his tutelage is not right for everyone.
He's a very clever man and has much to teach. Anyway, to today,
To answer your question, we've ingratiated ourselves with the Bright Queen quite closely.
Yeah, she has a huge crush on Ford.
trust might be a very generous word. I wouldn't use it.
Oh, don't you see it?
we traveled there because our large friend is from there, and we meant to win her back from this cult. And while we were there, we found ourselves captured and questioned. And it became known my connection to Master Ikathon and this city. And I am a child of the Empire. That's my friend here. And I wish to see an end to the war. And I think in that moment, fearing for my friends' lives, I saw a chance to make amends between these two nations. And I know that the chance is slim, but I would like to see the assembly and the crown to weave their way towards an end to this conflict. We tried to convince the Bright Queen of the same, and while she was wary and rightly skeptical, she did take a small chance on us.
How confident are you that you would be able to reach further this time, to bridge this gap that you seem so interested in doing?
Well, you know, she keeps us at arm's length. She's the ruler of a large and powerful place, but we have made connections. They trust us up to a point.
We've already asked her questions. If we got this item back, if it would end the war, we kind of heard all the things you just listed from her perspective. Seems she's also pretty pissed at the years and years and years of conflict between borders and those Empire agents that you mentioned trying to keep the peace over in Jorhas. She didn't really take kindly to or see from your perspective, I think.
No, we didn't take kindly to them infiltrating some of our populace and spreading their religious drivel.
Martinet, both sides are peopled with very intelligent, crafty individuals.
Of course. And those individuals can exist together in a very delicately arranged balance of mutually assured benevolence.
I beseech you, what happened in that temple is a sign of worse things to come. And they are far worse than any grabs for an inch more of power. I hope you hear me.
Make a persuasion check.
16.
What are your thoughts on the approach to the Bright Queen? How do you plan to take this to her?
She knows we serve peace. She's always been comfortable with the fact that we were not really hers. She knows what we want.
We can certainly make our way back there, but if you have means of travel to and from that are quicker, we wouldn't.
I highly doubt we do. And the travel in doing so would probably put somebody not as trusted as yourselves in the line of fire. I think if you've been there as many times as you appear to have, you may have a much better chance at arriving without issue.
Are you trusting us to handle this issue ourselves, the 9 of us?
For the initial discussion, yes.
Martinet, forgive this question. The entrance into this chamber was quite dramatic. I'm assuming our conversation here is protected from outside eyes?
All of it.
Wonderful. I think it'll be a very slow process. I think the offering of a chance at this beacon will provoke some interest with caution. I would then think we would need to secure a neutral location where they don't feel exposed, and neither does the king. But I don't promise any sort of a timeline or a deliverable in any sort of way.
I do not believe it needs to be immediate, but time is of the essence. This current tenuous ceasefire only lasts as long as the goodwill of your friend Allura's recent warning and perhaps this meeting you're having might allow. That could be days, weeks at most. So whatever you do and decide to do, keep that in mind.
Would something we could bring before we get into other discussions? I'm sure they might be grateful to have whatever intel we've currently collected on this cult and some of its dealings over here so that they could see that this problem is on both sides of the border. That was a...
So you know this cult has had its own influences on the Johansson side as well?
Very much so.
They were opening up portals over there as well.
Then that is very much a good direction to take this conversation. Mutual enemies can make for fast and strange hours at certain times.
Do you have perhaps a seal that we could take with us? Something that shows that we have made contact with the powers that be of the Empire and shows that they are.
That can be provided.
Wonderful.
Do you think in future meetings with you or anyone else that we could have pastries and or chocolate available?
Make a persuasion check.
I rolled it.
Natural one.
Ford said he was, before you rolled, he did say he was going to assist you, so you get advantage of the roll.
Come on, 20. Come on, 20.
Oh, that's really good. 19.
She's very serious.
Truly. You seem taken aback, like, very well.
Good ask. Good ask.
That's like two of us.
We are also definitely going to have a discussion about how this beacon thing got into.
I think perhaps we see it. That'll be the time.
That will be the conversation to have about that, if it really is it.
Then we'll have that at the time. Perhaps after this meeting.
I don't think there's anything else to discuss right now.
Well, I'm only curious. Have you put any thought to such a location of neutrality? That might be recommended for this gathering.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What's your idea?
I mean, I don't even know if I want to.
You definitely want to.
I want to run it by you first because it's kind of crazy.
Speak up, please.
I think I know what you're thinking.
I don't
Am I
at
crazy
all.
for thinking it?
I don't know. What are you guys
What are
thinking?
you thinking?
On the deck of a ship?
Come on, we'll say it at the same time.
We do have a pocket dimension. We could do it in the Happy Fun Ball.
No.
That seems unnecessary.
Now hear me
Here's
out.
the happy fun ball.
1 second. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. It's territory we control. It's impossible to. As long as we stick to just
What is the
one room, and there's no outside influence. I'm just saying. I've been thinking about it.
An arcane item that carries some interplanar space within it. It's
Extra dimensional.
Where is this?
There's a dining
It's no
room.
big deal. Don't worry about it. I think there are easier ways.
I'm still putting it up there.
The item is it's far away, and we can't. It's not the greatest idea because it's dangerous.
What about
This is dangerous.
if we had it on a volcano?
She's not. This is actually a better plan than she's selling it.
Every expression, whenever a jester speaks up, is a look of bewilderment and confusion, and generally the only time in this meeting you've seen him thrown off is, and every reaction is,
There's an island. There's a volcano island that's neutral territory, not controlled by either dynasty or empire. We wouldn't be on a volcano like in the middle of the hot part of it, right? We would be down.
I honestly don't know.
Seems like a weird idea.
Why don't we just go on a boat
Yes.
What about on a boat?
On the natural coast
to the
is
middle of the sea? International waters. Yeah.
We have to stay away from the pirate island because they don't like
Come
us.
on, let's go to Dark Toe. Let him host it.
I can send a
We were
message.
told not to come back to Dark Toe, or else we would be.
What if I send a message to the Plank King?
You've recommended a volcano and dark toe.
And a happy ball. It's a very fun ball.
What about
Savalierwood. These are three extremely dangerous locations you've offered already.
Yes, you both have to come very well prepared to defend yourselves, neither having an advantage in any of the three spaces.
to Laura? Maybe she
Yeah,
would have a good idea.
do you know
about
anyone
where
on
we
the
could-
Taldori Council? Because we could, besides Allura, because maybe we could have it there.
Do you
as
know
well.
what the Taldori Council is? Because people keep saying that to me, and I've got no idea what it is.
I know of it, but I have not had any specific
If
dealings
you
with them
want to-
besides this Allura Visorin.
To have a little bit more of an advantage, of course, the Rock Guard garrison sort of borders between both spaces, yes?
It does, but it is entirely. Both garrisons, as of recently, are now back under our control. I wouldn't consider that neutral territory.
Feel about traveling to the Menagerie Coast.
I'm all right with that. We'll see if they
There's
are.
everyone at the Lava Chateau.
Boy.
And then my mom could sing to them?
That feels dangerous.
I don't think we want anything personal.
Let's think of the business you could bring to the chateau.
Think of
I'm
all
kind of
the
into
random people. Boat.
We own a nice boat. It's a nice boat. It's a pirate boat that we inherited, that we stole, that we got.
The ball eater? Long story. It used to be called the Squall Eater, but we changed it.
He immediately looks to Jester.
Yeah, just changed it.
Yeah.
I see. I'm beginning to understand quite clearly who I'm working with.
Oh, but don't get the wrong impression. We're super capable.
We've endeared
I,
ourselves to
in no way, shape, or form,
international leaders.
and otherwise.
Perhaps a few miles outside the city of Nicodranas on the Menagerie Coast. Away from primaries.
That seems viable.
On the ocean, on a boat.
There were a few options I was also considering.
Yes, tell us yours.
Outside of Nicodranas may work well. The Menagerie Coast is more neutral territory and away from any of the current places of existing conflict. Boat or ship would also bring us to neutral territory. Though depending on the size of the forces that would be coming to the negotiation, I do not know if it would be able to keep it, as I assume both the king and the Bright Queen would be keen on bringing some form of sizable defense in case things were to go awry.
Oh, it sounds like something good. What if they both leave their territories and then the Chain of Oblivion attacks at the same time?
Yeah.
They're not going to leave I mean, they can leave some people behind.
But the point of doing this on neutral territory was to not have a display of military force.
Of course. But you do realize that they're not going to go completely unprotected either.
They don't have to go completely unprotected, but I think a very select number of people is wise when having a peace treaty conversation.
You're not talking about having King Dwendal and the Bright Queen meet somewhere.
Are we?
Are you?
Yes, yeah, I think that's beautiful.
Or are we just talking about representatives?
Why would the king wish to expose himself instead of staying here in the seat of power?
I'm just saying that whatever situation negotiation will present, there's going to be some sort of a force that's going to want to protect whoever's making this negotiation. Whoever shows up to this negotiation, well, that depends on how it goes and what seems to be best for the arrangements you've
Well, if you are thinking it, I don't think we're going to have an easy time to coax the Bright Queen herself to visit. You are going to be dealing with intermediaries.
You can also do the Ashgard garrison. You don't want to go to the boat thing.
Like the boat.
The Ashgard garrison has recently been the location of quite a bit of battle, and perhaps would be a sore spot based on the bloodshed lost on both sides. I think these recommendations are fine. Whichever ones you feel strongly about and they seem to be receptive to, follow through with them. I think Isocross may be a bit too cold. So I think that will take us where we need to be.
It will also, of course, depend on feedback from the dynasty, but we will certainly put those at the top of the list.
All right.
No.
Oh, I see. You said foot.
Should we go see this beacony thing, then?
Yes. I just wanted to say also, as part of this arrangement that we are crafting together, know, as I can tell myself, there is quite a bit of tension in this place, especially with some of the histories that may have come along into my chambers, as a token to show my interest in seeing this done properly and with a mutual respect. You are aware that your friend here has been responsible for quite a unfortunate incident in Zash.
That's a perspective.
Yeah, we totally fucking skipped that part of the prep.
She wasn't under her own control, you know.
I trust that may be the case. However, the investigation by the Archive of Zadash has come to Rexentrim in the night, and they have not yet made the connection.
Oh.
I have taken the liberty of obfuscating this individual's involvement. So, for the time being, and perhaps for the foreseeable future, you should be fine.
Wow. Well, thank you for doing that. You didn't need to do that, but thank you.
The site of the battle, what's become of it?
Of the city itself?
Of the temple beneath.
The Gentry. There has been a heavy amount of investigation over the evening, acquiring what remnants of the individual that you slew, known as Oban, I believe it was.
The punished.
Unbeknownst to really any of us, the shackle beneath the chantry is intact. So, and some of the research that has come up regarding this from the Cobalt Soul, and I believe some of which was spoken upon your arrival, the other shackles still remain a mystery and unfound, which is safe.
And refresh me one more time. Who did you say was leading the investigation? You mentioned it earlier.
I don't know who specifically it was, but it's just the Archive of Zadash was.
And the Cerberus this morning, is that what you said earlier?
No, they've just arrived through the night.
Who did you say? You said research. It was happening. Marisha's DM question.
Yes.
Did you say Ogden? Was Ogden something you said?
May have been a miscommunication.
Okay.
Inside check.
But the threat and the extent of it is being researched. Nobody wants a cult of Tharizdun to be given free rein.
No, not.
That does not bode well for anyone. And we are looking into it. We are seeking out the details of who has been involved and rounding them up to be judged and punished appropriately.
We found a lot of people involved.
Well, it seems the ones locally were largely handled by you lot and a member of our righteous brand and the Cobalt Soul upon arrival. But if what they've done spans the globe, this is information that needs to be pursued. So we are also reaching out in some missives to other countries and other governments to at least follow these same signs. And thankfully, it looks like their involvement is relatively small, and that's how they were able to work unnoticed for so long. Any larger, we probably would have seen signs a lot sooner.
I know your investigation is into this particular shackle. Would it be too much to ask that perhaps whoever's involved try and put some thought into where the other shackles might be based upon what you find in there?
Certainly.
Defending those positions or preventing them from discovery would, I think, go a long way.
I've reached out to Vasselheim. They would probably be the individuals having the most information. But it hasn't been but a day since the occurrences, and responses can be delayed.
If you send a message, you can get an immediate response. It's short,
That
but
is what I generally do.
oh,
But there's a bit of bureaucracy, and to be honest, a historical lack of generosity and exuberance from the line of kings. So Vasselheim needs to warm up to these revelations from the Empire before they'll be forthcoming. And of course, the less anyone knows about the whereabouts of these shackles, probably the safer they are.
Certainly.
Inside check.
Make an insight check.
ooh, I wonder if he knows.
Do I believe him? 23.
More whispered.
He just doesn't want to tell us right now. How?
idlechampions.com/critical role is where you can get more information. Don't forget, if you were a fan of Stand Up Santa, just ask for him back, and he'll come.
Is that something that I missed and
Yes,
I
and you should be happy that you did.
Yeah. Your expression would have been like the one on Sam's shirt.
Yeah.
Which one?
You gotta pick one.
All of them.
That's the happiest I ever was.
Well, I guess we will make our way to confirm the beacon, if you are
Are we
ready.
gonna go see Trent? Icky Tom.
Well, he's the one who's currently preparing it for transport. I imagine so. If that is challenging, you may stay behind if you wish, Mr. Best.
DM. I was thinking about a family matter. Can you repeat what you just said?
Noted. He's basically saying if you aren't currently tied up at the moment, we'll go and see the beacon now. She inquired if Trent will be there, and he said most likely as he's preparing the beacon.
That's
but
important information.
yeah, but then asked you if you're comfortable or not, and if not, you may stay behind.
Okay. No,
You'll come?
yeah.
All right. Well then. He stands up, sets his tea down, which is finished.
Do I just follow you then? Do we just follow you?
Well, I'll take him. I just need to inform him of our arrival. You know, it's polite to let them know when you're coming first.
I need to be better about that. I need to be better about that.
Boy, if we've learned anything,
Yeah.
actually.
Makes a a familiar hand gesture, but that's more subtle and more. It's like a quickened version of the sending spell. It's second nature. To which he speaks. Arriving to inspect the relic and confirm for our negotiating team that it is indeed ready to be presented to the dynasty. Chandler
Yes. What are you doing?
Okay.
begins to take his hands and encircle them, leaving this kind of faint trail of light blue-white as he begins to encircle it and draw lines, and the center points begins to slowly expand, almost like a rippling ring of water, until it encompasses your entire circled group of chairs.
Are you going to transport the chairs too?
No, you might wish to stand.
Oh, I'll stand.
And he continues and finishes the incantation.
I grab my tail to make sure it's in the circle.
All right. And that familiar rush hits you as suddenly you are transported out of the tower, pulled away into what seems like darkness, into light that stretches and smears and then thrusts you back into reality. You all come to your feet. It is midday, though it is still shaded. It is, you find yourself under a bunch of trees in a small clearing, a dense forest. You look before you and you can see what looks to be a mountain range that climbs up in the sky. It's still clouded, overcast day. Trees, climb up the side of the mountains. And before you, you see what looks to be a
a unique-looking number of buildings. There are these tall, kind of pieces of Gothic architecture. Some 3 or 4 stories, some towers, a very tall wrought iron fence that surrounds the entire locale, and there are guards posted. You recognize this place. Yes. Welcome to the Vagessen Sanatorium. Follow me, please.
Oh,
Shit!
And that's where we're going to take a break.
Oh, that's where they said it when it was crazy! Oh, no! This is better than Halloween!
We have our Wormwood giveaway. We're giving away here for lunch. We have our Black Poisonwood Dice Vault, which is all sorts of pretty. For one lucky winner in the chat, tonight's code name is Diplomacy. Indeed. So go ahead and put the word diplomacy once into the chat room to enter. More than once, you'll be disqualified, and once again, only for people in the US and Canada, excluding Quebec, because stupid laws. But we'll return here shortly to continue the story. See you in a minute.
Got the perfect warlock, weapons and supplies, but you need a place to track your stuff, cause you're so disorganized. You click open the webpage, you heard about a critical role, and now you're ready to kick some butt in that mine shaft full of no's. It's TNT, TNT Beyond, yeah, TNT, TNT Beyond. You got your stats, you got your swords, and you got your invisible wall. It's TNT, TNT, TNT Beyond.
I don't think they would do any good in our situation.
Welcome back. So before we get back into the game, we do have our winner for this evening. The winner of our Wormwood giveaway is Forsaken Poet 541.
Oh no!
Forsaken Poet 541, congratulations. We'll get that sent to you ASAP.
Yay! Somebody help that poet.
I know. We're going to help him with the dice box. The dice carrying case. Alrighty, so last we left off, as you, the troop of you, begin to walk towards the somewhat serene but still imposing site of the Vergessen Sanatorium. You approach behind Martin and Ludinus towards the main gate, which in itself is about a 10-foot high, about 8-foot wide iron gate that rises up in like a curve at the top where it breaks open. There are 2 guards placed there, both wearing Crown's Guard uniforms, though kind of darker, meant for more, I guess you would say, not stealth, but to blend in better with the forest arrangement around here. Carrying spears, and as they see Ludinus, they nod, and one of them opens the gate, which carries open into the courtyard. In the courtyard around here, beautiful grass. You can see there are 2 fountains that are readily visible. There are trees, small gardens, and there are total within the space here 5 main structures that you can see. 2 of which are connected by hallways. The others are separate with little stone paths that lead between them. They're large buildings. The towers themselves kind of stand up at the corners of the entire interior, while this main central building itself is a very, very like wide 3-story mansion-like structure that the roof comes in these large peaks that have, you know, kind of iron symbols that are carved at the top that rise up. It has It has in some ways kind of like a European church type architecture to it, but does not have any sort of religious symbolism or connotation to it. It's very beautiful, if dark. You approach and come towards the center of the courtyard. Two of the other guards approach and kind of flank to the sides to just be an escort. And wordlessly, Martinet leads you towards the distant right tower. You remain.
Mr. Martinet, you're not just going to, like, bring us here and then leave us here, right?
I don't think it would do any good in our situation. The sanatorium has many uses. It is a place of recovery. It is a place of care taking to individuals who cannot take care of themselves, particularly those of skill sets that make them challenging to treat in more public regions. It's also a place of learning for those with learning challenges. And it is a place where we, the Assembly, can maintain some of our research without worrying about, how we say, political challenges.
Can people come and go as they wish, or are some people here? Can they leave?
Those that are not admitted can leave. Those that are here by choice for the period in which they sign themselves to be here are to be maintained, but they themselves give consent to the sanatorium to keep them. And those that are kept because they are a danger to themselves or others, they should be kept until they are well.
During this whole walk and talk, Caleb wordlessly stares very pointedly at Knot and at Bo, listening to this conversation ahead of them.
Lead on.
Indeed. The far tower it's a wide tower, and it looks to be about, at its full height, about 80 or so feet from the ground. It pincers towards the top. It's thicker at the base. Not crenellated on the edges. It's, as opposed to just a thick stronghold, this has a little more design flair to it. It mimics a lot of the architecture of the central mansion building. You enter through a side doorway and into what is essentially one of two chambers that the bottom floor is separated into. This is more of a lounge or a waiting space, in which case Lutinus goes, if you would give me but a moment, I'm going to inquire as to the readiness of our arrival. And he exits down a nearby stairway, out of sight.
I'm assuming the escorts stay?
The escorts stay.
How you feeling, Caleb? You okay?
Have you been here before? How long were you here before?
11 years.
What did you say?
11 years.
That is what I thought you said.
In this area where we are, or the other side, or you don't know?
This is a public waiting room.
I mean, this building, this structure.
You see two uniformed figures enter through one of the doorways. They're wearing like a light gray general piece of work attire. It's form-fitting but comfortable-looking plain. And they both just kind of walk past and just take notice and then continue on their business, going up to an upper floor.
You busted out of this place. Yeah?
Well, we're here for you, son. Don't worry.
I don't remember much of it anyway. Which is funny.
Have we been by any other admittance?
Oh, like patients?
Patients?
So are we inside or are we outside? I'm so
You
sorry.
are inside the tower.
We are inside the
Place
tower.
usually it's for visitors where we are.
Correct.
We're not in.
This chamber in particular it's a holding room for people to then be brought to other portions of the tower.
We're not in it.
Trying to quiet and listen very carefully for any conversations happening.
Would I have on the walk up? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
On the walk up, have recognized the layout to know where I was kept compared to where we are?
Yeah.
Is it this building or
No, you were kept in the main manor.
Main manor?
Which is where most of the patients are kept.
Yeah.
Yeah. The general towers on the outside are for the people that work the sanatorium. It's also where equipment is kept. It's also where research is conducted, and it's also where certain events and classes and things are occasionally held there.
The outside towers?
Yeah.
There's 5, so tower, building.
And we're just more or less in like a lobby or hall?
Kind of, the time being.
Listening closely to the conversations that are happening around, just trying to like listen to the building. Natural 20 for 29.
Oh, shit. You hear the two assigned guards that are watching you guys are having a conversation about how they're both frustrated that the Harvest Festival was missed and they were stuck here, and now that they're hearing about like all this, they're complaining about the fact that they've been here for now one of them at least a 4-month stint, and they're just wanting to be desperately reassigned. General work banter.
This is not a happy place.
You do hear some voices muffled from down the staircase, but I would say even at this distance, you're not able, even with, like, you can hear them talking through the stone, but you can't make out any words. I know you rolled super high, but like they're a floor below you, and you're not Superman.
Is it heated, or is it just? Can I discern the nature, the general nature of the, like? Is it happy? Just a conversation.
Conversation, and it's short because then you immediately begin to hear a number of set of footsteps.
They're coming
up the stairs. You see rise back up the marknet, and behind you see the now twice familiar face of Master Trendekathan approach. Well, I'm so glad you all were able to join us. I've been notified of your arrival, and we have prepared the demonstration. If you would please follow.
How old is this dude again?
He looks to be in his 60s or 70s, somewhere in that range. He's thin, older, human. His skin is a bit jaundiced. Some visible liver spots across the forehead. Long, gray, thinning hair, and dressed in very, very nice robes with like what looks to be almost like a velvet mantle over top of it that has trim put into it. It's a little ostentatious for him being on a business day, but he likes to dress up.
Sure. Okay.
You guys follow suit?
Yep. Sure.
All right. You are led down beneath the ground floor into a spiral staircase that comes to a locked and closed door. The Ludinus approaches and just raises his hand in with a loud knocking sound. The door opens. Immediately, the smell that catches you is familiar. It's like a strange, cold ozone type smell. It reminds you of kind of the sensory awareness that would happen when you would reach your consciousness into the beacon. As you step into the chamber, this is a laboratory. This is specifically an arcane laboratory. You can see all manner of bookshelves around. There are numerous tables with glass vials and alchemical supplies that are affixed to each other with copper coils and long liquid carrying tubes that release into heavy vials and liquid containers. You can see materials that are locked away and kept under glass along a number of distant shelves in the far wall. There is a single chandelier in the center of the room from the 15-foot tall ceiling that dangles down and gives off just a bright white light that gives a fairly consistent true color look to the interior of the chamber. In the center, you see a familiar looking kind of platinum colored tripod that It's loosely near from underneath, not perfectly under, but near underneath where the chandelier hangs. And to two sides, you see two individuals that are currently kind of flanking it from side to side. One of them you see is a female halfling with kind of shorter cut hair, kind of a tense stare, arms crossed, wearing sleeveless leather armor with what looks to be these like intricate